Hi guys, so we're going to get started with the makeup look today. I'm starting with MAC Fix Plus, which is always how I start my makeup off. It just refreshes my skin and makes sure it's all moisturized and hydrated for the makeup. I'm going in with Tarte Shape Tape to cover up some of these dark circles. I don't have like the worst dark circles, but it just evens out my skin tone and brightens a little bit right underneath my foundation. And I'm covering a little bit of my spots. I have some near my hairline, which I don't know why. If any of you guys know like why you get hairline acne, please let me know. And then I'm going in with NARS Sheer Glow, and I barely have any of this stuff left. I recently bought the newest NARS foundation, the Natural Radiant Glow, I think that's what it's called. But I prefer the Sheer Glow texture and finish of Sheer Glow. It's just a little bit more dewy, which is what I like. And I'm going in with a makeup sponge, and I decided to try out like a makeup sponge today versus like a beauty blender just to see if there was any difference. I didn't like it so much. It was a little bit harder in the process to apply. It took longer. I definitely prefer my beauty blender when applying this foundation. And then I went in with a kabuki brush too because I was just kind of over using that makeup sponge. But I found that this e.l.f. kabuki brush just gives it more of a flawless finish. So I'm just making sure that there's an even layer all over my face. Nothing serious, it's just foundation. And then I'm going in with the full cover concealer. This is from a Korean brand. I'll leave down the exact names all in the description box, so make sure you take a look at that if you're curious. But it is the best concealer I've ever used. A little goes a long way. I had one dot and I was able to cover like all of my face, but this is how I cover my zits. With this concealer, I just dot it and then blend it out with my finger. I don't take away from the actual concealer on the spot. I just blend out the edges of the mark that I made, if that makes any sense. But you can see how well it does covering up my zits. And then I go in with NARS Laguna bronzer. This is my favorite. I've repurchased this several times, and it lasts me so long. And I use this on my eyelids, I use it on my face, and then I'm just blending it in with my powder as well. And then I'm going in with number 7 blush. Again, I'll list all the names down below. But this is my favorite blush in the entire world. I'll never use like another blush, I don't think, because I don't really use a lot of blush. I'm going in with the Hourglass Ambient Lightning, I think it's Lightning or Light palette, and just taking the middle brightest highlight to really make sure my highlight is poppin'. And then going down the bridge of my nose, I always do the tip and my chin. I then go above my eyebrow to give my forehead a little bit of a glow as well. Going in with NARS Laguna, just contouring my nose a tiny bit. I used to snatch my nose a ton, and now I don't really do that as much, just because my contouring days are a little bit over. Just trying to be more natural, I guess. And then I'm going in with a NARS Laguna on my eyes. Again, I use this on a day-to-day basis because I have pretty flat lids, and there's not very much like dimension to them, so I just go in and like contour them with this bronzer. I go in with my IT Cosmetics Universal Brow Pencil. This is my favorite. I've recommended it to so many people. Again, I love that color. And then I'm going in with my Morphe 350 N palette. This palette is just everything. It has every color I'll ever need for any of my makeup looks, which is why I bought it. It's such a great price point. I think I got it for like $25. Again, I think that's a great price point for how many shadows you're getting. I'm going in with a kind of darker muted brown tone all over my eyelid. This is definitely my everyday glam look, just because I realized that I don't go in with like shimmer shadows on my eyelids anymore. I really go in with a darker matte tone eye color on my lid, and then I go from dark to light. I find that suits a lot of Asian eyes, especially if you go from darker shadows from the lash line, blending it into a gradient effect of a lighter transition shade. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just found that looks best on my eyelid these days. Then going in with the lightest, whitest color in the palette underneath my brow bone, just to make sure it's extra accentuated. And then I go in with my lash curler, and how I curl my lashes actually, I go in, if you can tell, I go in at the root, barely squeeze once, and then I pull, like I squeeze and I pump it as I'm pulling my lash curler away from my lashes, if that is a good description of how I do it. And it really gives it more of a C curve than an L curve. Sometimes I used to curl my lashes and they would just be like L curved, if that makes any sense. And then taking Lash Paradise mascara in the waterproof. There I have my eyelashes on. I love putting eyelashes on. I use tons of different eyelashes, but these are the Christina Demi Wispies from Amazon. Then taking my NYX Natural Lip Pencil, I use this on a day-to-day basis, and then this Rituals lip gloss that I got in Amsterdam. Rituals is an Amsterdam-based makeup company, makeup/body skincare kind of company, and I got it when I was in Amsterdam over January, and I love the color. I have been obsessed with just natural mauve tone nude lip glosses, and then finishing off with MAC Fix Plus again. And then that's pretty much the finished makeup look. Just checking to make sure there's no lipstick on my teeth, and let the posing commence. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys all in the next one. Bye!
I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle is driving